Arpaio, one of the most embattled individuals in modern history, a true fighter. Even if you disagree with his policies, you got to admire how focused he is, how dedicated his energy. But then you actually study his real policies. He's a great guy. You see what the media says about him. It's total crap. I see stuff in the news all the time I never said. Hillary's killing kids in the basement of a pizza place. There's no video, there's no audio. They just make it up, cobble it together. Notice a lot of times you watch the news, so-called news, you'll see audio of me, but not the show that's also TV. Because they can edit the audio, folks, and it's just so frustrating. And I told people I'm going to start suing folks. That was my next question for Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who's in a dead heat for the Republican primary there to be running for Senate, which is so important right now with them trying to get enough votes to impeach the president. Because a lot of Republican establishment folks, they're saying might actually go with an impeachment if we lose the midterms in 2018 and just a seat or two could be key. So could it be Trump that saved Arpaio from a fraudulent investigation and then Arpaio saves Trump? That tends to be the way destiny works. But regardless, I don't go to the audience and bitch at you and say, hey, do more, buy more products, spread the articles, thank our affiliates more. I know you're doing a lot, but we're all in a fight. So everybody needs to seriously go to Sheriff Joe for America.com, SheriffJoeForAmerica.com, and they need to donate and they need to volunteer and they need to get involved because in the polls he's either ahead or neck and neck, but you know they're going to have people voting in the names of dead people. You know they get the illegals and hop them all up and tell them he's the enemy just because he's for law and order, and they're going to try to vote against him, and there's serious fraud in Arizona. So we need to get him 5, 10, 15 points ahead to even have a chance of winning like Trump did, which we can do if you take action. But this isn't about shooting our mouths off. It's about doing it. Sheriff Joe Arpaio, what can we do to make sure you win this primary?
Well, just what you're doing now, Alex. Appreciate it, putting that word out and motivating my base. I never lost a Republican primary. Even in the last election, I won by 40% on the Republican primary. So I have strong support across the state. I've had that for years and years. And I want to thank all the people in other counties for always supporting me. Not that they could vote for me and so on, but I've been giving speeches constantly, not only there, but recently across the nation. And I've been doing that, helping the Republican Party. When Donald Trump ran, remember way back in June of 15, he announced, and he came here for his first rally in July 2015. I introduced him. You couldn't get any politics to get on a stage, but I did. I never met him prior to that. I liked what I heard, and I said he will be the next president, and he is. He made it, and I'll tell you, I don't go against people that I endorse. I stick with them to the bitter end, especially President Trump. I'm with him to the bitter end. I don't like to say bitter. It's going to be a successful end. But you know what I'm talking about.
Like Churchill said, we're going to defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We're going to go on to the end, and we'll never surrender.
Yeah, I don't surrender either. And I talked to my wife. We've been married 60 years. 2 weeks ago. I'm not forgetting that. I'm trying to get the time span. Just about 2 weeks ago. Talked to her about running. She's tough, too. This isn't easy for her. But I'm doing it not for just the president. I'm doing it for our country. I'm doing it for Arizona. You know, we had 2 senators here, and they're not good friends of the president. Well, I'm going to go to Washington, and I'm not going to rubber stamp everything he does. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm never going to go against him, even after he makes a decision. I may not agree with it, but he's still the commander-in-chief. He still runs his country. I still support the people of Arizona. And if there is a disagreement, I will talk to the people of Arizona and let them know what the president is doing. So but I can't go back against him. It's not in my style.
Well, sure. And I mean, Flake is a Democrat, a backstabber. He's a total joke. And I feel sorry for folks that have the name Flake, but if the name fits, if the shoe fits, a flake by any other name is still a flake. You've got these flaky rhinos. And again, what you've done versus what they said about you, all the fights, the fact that you're committed to do this just is all the more reason for everybody to get involved. And imagine how angry they're going to be if you end up being the guy that takes Flake's seat and you are so incredibly close.